What's up, guys? This is the Honest Outlaw here, and today we're going to be doing another flashlight review. We're going to be talking about the Olight Baldr Mini. Now, before we do that, I want to mention my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys very much. Mention you in every video because you guys keep the channel moving, and I really appreciate that. If you want to join the Patreon squad, all you got to do is go down to the description of the video, click the link, and you'll have access to the exclusive content and all the other cool stuff like the messages and everything else. Also want to mention a local shelter down in the description as well. If you got to pick one, go with that one. Those kids could really use your support. The sale is going to be on August 13th at 8 p.m. There'll be a link in the description below. You can get $50 off this light on October 13th. So it's normally $140, you can get it for $90. Now, the Olight Baldr was a really popular light on my channel because it does a few cool things. It has a lot of features that other light laser combinations don't have, and it has a price that also a lot of light laser combinations can't reach. So it does a few things that are pretty interesting. Well, the Olight Mini does those things as well, but as the name describes, it's smaller. See, it's on my Canik TP9SC, and one of the reasons why I put it on this gun is because I had several other weapon lights previously to this light that I wanted to test on this gun, and they wouldn't fit. Well, I got a sticker stuck on me there. But as you can see, this is a subcompact firearm, which I said would be really good for home defense and carry. Well, if you wanted to carry this without the light, you could carry it all day in your holster, and then when you came home, you could take this QD Olight here and flip it right on there relatively easily, and then you have a pretty good home defense weapon. So overall, I think that's pretty slick. And we'll use this time to highlight one of the features of the Mini that I thought was interesting, and it's got a couple of pros and a couple of cons. So as you can see here, it actually, when it's open, can adjust to whatever length your rail is, let's say. So if you have Canik TP9 series, the larger one, you could put it on the beginning of the rail and run it way out like that. And when you snap it shut, you still have access to the buttons, which is pretty cool. But if it's a smaller gun like this, take the weapon light off, and you can ratchet that guy in to wherever it fits, and then lock it on. So it really can adjust to pretty much every firearm that you want, which is really nice. Now we'll go through the operation of the light here really quick, and you can see that the switches are similar to the TLR7A, which I really like. They're downward switches. I don't like when you have to push a switch in because it's not really an intuitive movement while you're trying to hold a gun. If you're pressing on the gun, it's kind of an intuitive movement to press down. So you can press down with the bottom of your thumb there or with your thumb, whichever one you want. I have long thumbs, so I kind of use the crook of my thumb, and that way I can still kind of use the switch as a gas pedal. I like to use everything for recoil management that I can. I'm out on the left. This is the switch here for the modes. The Baldr Mini is not just a light or a laser. It can use both at the same time. So we'll go over here to the left. We'll start, and then you can see that is the laser. And the green laser was visible to me up to 100 yards. That's as far as my range allows, so I imagine it goes further than that. You can switch it over to light laser combination, and then you can switch it over to just light if you want to go that route and just have a regular weapon light and not worry about the laser. Personally, if I was going to use it, I'd stick it in light laser mode because why not? The QD mount's nice, the switches are nice, the switching mode is nice, but also the QD recharging system that Olight is famous for now is also really nice as well. So all you have to do is take a magnetic charger, which I've shown in many other videos, and all the chargers are the same. They're universal, which is nice. You can just leave one up, stick it in a charger somewhere, and then if you have multiple Olights, you can charge it with the same charger. All you do is smack it on there, leave it on there for about an hour, and you're good to go. This light has 600 lumens, 4200 candela, and it has a 40-minute runtime. can't visually inspect the chamber, you stick your fucking finger in it. It's a lesson in clearing firearms in the dark.
You can stick your finger in my chamber.
So this is the light laser here at 10 yards, this guy right here. This is just the laser, that's just the light. It's pretty intuitive, cross bolt safety type of design, like an 870 kind of. In the previous models, they were kind of easy to hit off of accident. However, this one, not the case. So you got that cool laser, and you switch it to light laser, which is what I would actually have it on. Now we've got just the laser at 25. I can see that beam. I can actually pick up the beam, which is kind of cool because of all the smoke from the gunfire. We did just shoot like 200 rounds in the middle of the night. Then we have the light laser combo here, which I would say even for as tiny of a light this is, that's still pretty impressive. Definitely on par with the Streamlight TLR7A. All right, so now we have light laser combo at 50 yards. I'm not sure how well the camera picks it up because it never picks it up as well as my eye can see it, but I could easily hit each one of those targets, and I was earlier. Now we'll go out to 80 yards here, and you can see, I don't know if it picks up on the camera, but again, everything's just as visible as it was at 50 yards. 2 inches in overall length and 3 ounces in overall weight, making it a very small package for having over 100-meter beam distance. Man, lights these days are just getting better and better. I mean, if you would have told me there was lights like this back in 10 years ago or so, I would not have believed that a light this small could have 600 lumens, and on top of that, have a laser equipped with it as well that you can zero over here with these Allen keys. So it comes with an included Allen wrench, and all you have to do is zero it through there. I would obviously recommend zeroing it to every single pistol. If you have a red dot gun like this Canic or the 226 or the OZ9 that we tested it on, I actually just zeroed it to the dot at 10 yards in my basement when I mounted it, and then I took it outside of the range and didn't confirm it or anything and was hitting targets immediately. So if you have a gun that has a red dot that's already zeroed, at least the way I did it is I zeroed it right to the dot, right on the wall in my basement, and then it was on for me. Now obviously if you're going to use that as a serious weapon or a home defense gun of some kind, I would probably at least go out and confirm that on paper. It comes with 2 mounts, the Glock mount and the Picatinny mount, and you're going to want to switch that out. I know that it seems secure, but if you're going to use it as a 0 point, I would really recommend, this is how you tighten the latch up. I would make sure the latch is very tight, and I would make sure that you use the pick mount for pick rails, like the M18, and I'd use the Glock mount for Glock stuff like the OZ9, just so you can have a really tight fit and keep that 0 on that laser. We did test the 0 on the laser. We took it on and off with the QD system to see if it would hold 0, and it did for the most part. It was dead out to 50 yards, but at 100 yards we were a little bit off. I think it was something like 1 or 2 MOA off. The hip here. You can see I can shoot really, really well still. Target transition well. Can't hit the plates though. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, you
I did
did.
hit the plates. How about that? The light's going to come in 3 different colors, which are FDE, gray, and black. And we also did durability testing. We threw it against the wall, we threw it up against the gravel, we dumped it in water. All of that passed with flying colors as I expected. We do the same testing with every light, so that way we can kind of keep it fair at least. All right, so this is the portion of the video where we beat the crap out of the light. So we're gonna throw it up at 20 feet, hit the ground on the bezel, give it some boots, kick it around in the wet gravel. See if it still works. It does. Throw it up in the air about 20 feet again. And some people said to drop this with a gun on it. I gotta tell you, I'm not gonna do that. Just because I don't want to throw my guns 20 feet in the air.
Shine it in the camera.
All right, we'll throw her one more time. You don't want to hear something funny, you guys. is that I'll show you here in a little bit, but if you unlock this thing, this mount can slide right off, which is one of the cons of this light in my opinion. But however, it's not going to do that when the gun's on it. However, what I did do was unlock it off the gun and then throw it up in the air, and it didn't fall off on the first one, but on the second one the mount did come off. So that is something hopefully they fix in future generations. Not a real big deal as far as having it on your gun because it's already completely locked, but if you do take it off and put it in your pocket, make sure you shut the QD or you're just gonna have two pieces when you pull it out of your pocket. We'll throw it one more time. Works. Let's throw it at the bricks, yeah? Well, we knocked it into laser mode.
Someday I'm going to finish these projects and there's not going to be bricks for you to throw them against.
Oh, we'll find some bricks. And obviously when Olight releases a new light, especially a light that I think is going to be as popular as this, they always do a sale. And this one is no different. I think the sale is going to be on August 13th at 8 p.m. There'll be a link in the description below. All you got to do is slide down to that and click it. And when you click that link, you can get $50 off this light on October 13th. So it's normally $140. You can get it for $90. It's like 45% off or something like that. In my opinion, it's as usable and as durable as the TLR7A, with also having the the green dot capability on it that gives you that little extra cool factor. If you're not going to use it practically, that's fine. But honestly, I have so much fun shooting with lasers. We went out and shot 2 pistols at once, and it's actually pretty easy to hit if you're using a laser aiming system within 25 yards. For me, with either hand. So I got to get my Doc Holiday on. Either way, it was a lot of fun, and these little things can be a lot of fun regardless of how you feel about practicality. Let's just say that it's a little less cheesy than I originally thought it was. And overall, I mean, it still wouldn't be my first choice. I would obviously want to have sights in the gun, and I'd preferably rather have a red dot on the gun. But more sights are never bad. And it could be good for a lot of different situations. And overall, just having it on the thing, or having it on the light already that you can play with, and you can use a white light if you want to, or you can use a laser if you want to. That's options that most other products just simply don't come with. And especially for the price, the size, the weight, the durability, and the lumens, I mean, this thing really is difficult to beat. On top of the sale they're going to have with the Baldr, they are also going to have several other lights on sale that we can list down there in the video. They're going to have not only the Baldr Mini with a bunch of different colors, but they're also going to have the Baton 2, which is very popular, and the Warrior X Turbo, which is a big old spotlight that is this guy right here that I will do a review on at some point. And you can see here that this guy has a whole bunch of lumens, 1100 lumens and 1,000-meter distance. So lots of deals on these guys. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Please support Oklahoma shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later.